Hey, welcome to a brand new episode of Luke and Lewis. We're joined by a very special guest, Will Gibb. But before we get into it, what is that?
That is the Lawnmower 4.0, Lewis, because Manscaped sponsor our podcast.
Oh, dude, that's so good. Can I get that for like 20% cheaper than all of the other peasants? But also, I don't want to pay shipping.
Fine, I'll do you a deal. If you use the Luke and Lewis podcast code.
No,
Sorry.
I don't use a code.
No,
I flat out refuse to use a code.
Okay, good, because we don't have one. Because it's a custom link.
That's even better. That's so good.
It is a custom link. If you go to manscaped.com/soundoff.
Yes. Great.
Then you will get 20% off and free shipping on this bad boy. It also, man, you can get the Weed Whacker, or it comes with the Weed Whacker.
Well, I don't know, man. You're telling me about it. So I'm like, you're trying to sell me on this. So like, if I was a prospective customer, what do I get? What else do I get?
I want to say, regardless of what you get with the shaver, it's going to be quality. I'm pretty sure you get a few nifty little knickknacks. Right.
Well, guys, the key takeaway here is we have no idea what this company sells, but use our custom manscaped.com/soundoff for 20% off and free shipping, whatever they do.
Surely, God, I hope they don't watch this one. Oh, God. Please buy it, so even if they do watch it, they're not mad, okay? It's a great Christmas present. It's seriously like the best shaver I've ever used. I would recommend it. And yeah, man, don't have disheveled balls this summer, because that will get sweaty and you don't want that in your pants.
That's right.
Manscaped.com. Use our link. So also, if you join our Patreon right now, the Luke and Lewis Patreon, there's an extra 30 minutes of this episode, which we had to cut out. We tell the story of one of the failed bits that never made the show. And it just went for a while, and Lewis and I talked and realized Will hadn't said anything for 10 minutes. It was pretty rude putting it on the episode.
Yeah, so that's up right now on Patreon.
Ready?
Or not, here I come. And then I jizz on your face.
What, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Luke and Lewis, featuring very special guest Will Gibb. Welcome, first time on the show.
Woohoo!
Yes, thank you very much. I'm here because Billy Darcy couldn't do it, and I'm honoured.
Yeah. That's 100% true. I want to make that very clear from the outset. This was not our first choice. Billy Darcy was the first choice, but he didn't show up, you know? It's not that he couldn't make it, it's that he just didn't show up. And now he's yelling at Keelan right at this very moment. He's going, why can't you record right now? What are you guys doing over there? And Billy, what we're doing is an episode with Will Gibb. Sorry you missed out, mate.
Yeah. That really bothered me is, and we love Billy, and he got second for Guest in the Year last year. I think now he's in the running for most unreliable guest of the year.
I would say that maybe we should disqualify him for Guest of the Year. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I think fuck that guy, first of all. I don't think he's funny. And I think there's a lot of attitude there.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of attitude there. And yeah, I think he really needs to be taken down several pegs. In fact, he needs to be pegged and then taken down.
Yeah, great. Are you happy to perform the pegging?
You know, I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
And
Billy gets the willy.
I'm not putting my hand up for the job, so but no, I'm disappointed in Billy. Just for not. So we had a time booked in with him. He didn't show up. He forgot about it, and that's fine. You can forget about it, but don't then blame Keelan. You know, he goes to Keelan. What's going on over there at like Luke and Lewis HQ? It's like, well, what happened was we rocked up on time and you forgot about it.
Yeah. Although I would say that making a mistake and then blaming Keelan is quite on brand for the show. So I'm actually not mad I'm mad that he didn't show up. I'm not angry that he blamed Keelan for it at all.
Yeah. I'm actually not really mad at the not showing up thing. As someone who's also a pretty unreliable member of the team, I pretty much condone that behavior.
Luke, the most unreliable dude I've ever met. And
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, what did I
you know,
do?
Will, that Luke is supposed to be in Tasmania right now? Instead, he's in Perth. Could you ever get more unreliable?
Yeah,
of just going, hey man, I'll meet you a week from now in Tasmania, and then you just get a text, hey, sorry, I'm in Perth.
To be fair, when you moved to Tasmania, I did say the chances of me staying there, if I hate it, will be so low, and I hated it, and I left.
Yeah.
And I didn't come back, and I told you that. I said, if you move there. Do not count me in.
Yeah, and I counted him in, and that's my fault.
It is.
You know? That's
How
my bad.
dare you trust me?
Lewis,
I'm not a man of my word.
I've spent maybe 24 hours in total with Luke in person, and
that's not
the
true.
last time I ever saw that is so true. And the last time I saw you, we were on the train, and I went, "Hey man, let's go for a swim, maybe." On Thursday, and you're like, yeah.
This is great because just before you joined the call, Will, Luke was complaining about this. So I'm great that we're going to get this out.
I told you to your face, I can't believe you think I would swim in July at the beach.
But this is the thing. The thing is that you went, yeah, man, maybe, or we'll see each other anyway. And I went, yeah, cool. Thursday
I did say that. I said, well, we will see each other because we were doing a gig the next night together.
So you know what Luke was saying was like, hey man, I don't want to hang out with you that much. You know, that's him going, I'm going to see you later. I don't want to see you any more than that.
That was me going, I'd literally rather do anything else together than swim in the beach in the middle of winter.
Well, and then I called you on that day, and you went, hey, man, I'm in Canberra.
I did do that.
I went, okay.
Yeah, see, this is the fucking thing. It's like, cool, be an hour late. Don't be interstate.
Don't live in a place where you guys the day before are all denying COVID. Frenchie literally goes, we don't really do that here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking to you, and we're at Frenchie's house, and I'm going, COVID's getting pretty serious. I'm thinking about heading down to Canberra if it gets worse. And then you guys are going, don't worry about it. We'll film next week. We'll see you then. And I then go, nah, they're idiots. And I left, and then look what happened. So,
well, actually, it's funny that you say that, Luke, because you left Tasmania, and then we got locked down. So it seems like wherever you leave, they get locked down. So Perth, your lockdown's coming soon.
I know. Get ready for it. And I told Lewis to come to Perth as well. And so you guys are calling me unreliable. If anything, you should be asking me for advice and taking it.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, the fact I lie in bed at night the start of this year, last year, I was lying in bed at night. No gigs on the horizon. Everything locked down. The future was bleak. I was devastated. And then I click through Instagram and it's just like someone in their house bored, nothing to do. Another comic in their house, nothing to do. Click on Luke's. Hey guys, sold out show. Super fun. Keen for tomorrow. I'm in Wollongong.
Are you mocking me for being successful?
Tough to look at.
No, I should be happy for you, but there was something in me that was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. World's luckiest stand-up comedian, I reckon, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon that you've used up so much luck, Luke, that next year you might get hit by a train on stage. Like the most impossible thing.
You say luckiest. I was literally on the phone to Lewis. I'm like, come to down with me, and he's like, no, I'm going to be a coward. And he stayed in Melbourne.
All luck.
He's out here calling him luck.
And now I live in Tasmania.
Yeah. Fuck me. But you say luck, but every single one of these stories, I invite people. I go, man, this is what I'm doing. You should definitely come.
Is true.
Yeah. And then I get hated on for being the pioneer. I did want to ask you one thing, Will. So we were discussing this last episode, actually, of the podcast. Were you aware that you came up on the episode?
Oh, I listen to it every no,
sure.
I was not. No, please.
Oh, maybe that hasn't come out yet, or it came out today. We were discussing. You came up when Lewis was talking about men hitting on him due to his recent swimming craze. Right, he's been posting a lot of
revealing photos being posted.
A lot of body pics on the gram. There was a picture. There's a video of him diving, which he got a few spicy DMs from. On one of the photos,
quote from a man: "Thank you for this lovely and large peek into heaven." Large in all caps, made me very uncomfortable.
Well, I want to put diving in quotes because it was more like sort of.
Yeah. I didn't say it was a good one. It was a dive in progress. Yeah. You wait.
I'm excited. Well, not in
Yeah.
that sense. That
I hope not too excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a comment from you, Will, on one of my swim photos, and that was, I did a cum. And I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying that I have a bit of a PTSD when gay guests come onto the show. After Christian Hull zoomed in on several of my photos and wouldn't hand the phone back, I'm just a little wary now.
And you should be.
I tried to defend you, Will, and I said I think Will was making fun of you, like, you know, joking, being like, obviously I would never do a cum over you, and I thought it was like
Luke tried to make me feel better by going, don't worry, mate, no one would ever think you're hot, which didn't help, didn't have the intended effect.
No, I was more just backing out Will, because you're out here like, you know, reporting Will to the horny police, when I was just going, look, he's a comedian, I think it was in jest. Can you confirm whether or not you did do a cum, or if it was a comment in jest?
Let's put it this way. If I was
here we go.
thrown into a windowless room, broken down, ramshackle sort of house, and you, Luke, and you, Lewis, were there naked, waiting, and one of you both said, come to me, I think I would go to Luke.
Okay. Great. That's fair. It's good to have some balance. Finally, for once.
I think I would go
That's
to
good.
Luke. But it wasn't an in-jest comment. It was more like a, hey, man, you're looking great. I did a cum.
Yeah.
I didn't actually do a cum. It was more like a bro supporting bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you very much, mate.
Of course. Swimmers,
Yeah.
swimmers. They support each other.
Well, you are a swimmer as well, Will.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say it, so I'm glad you said it. Yeah.
Well, you did just say it. You said swimmers support swimmers, so fact check, wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I swam a lot as a kid, and then, I still do it now, and I think I'm extremely quick. And maybe I will race you in a swimming race and defeat you.
Are you more of an ocean swimmer, Will, or a pool man?
I'm more of an ocean swimmer, but because of lockdown, I had to swim in the ocean. But if I'm swimming laps, usually I will do it in the pool.
I don't
I'm more
think
scared of sharks in the pool than in the ocean.
I don't think Lewis could handle an ocean swim.
Well, no, because to get to the ocean, you have to go to the beach. Fuck that.
Yeah, not a fan of the beach in general. Salt water.
No.
I don't think you'd like any other variables being thrown in there, like current.
Although that would be a great scapegoat to blame the loss on. The tide threw me off.
Yeah.
And the waves, the whitewash. The ocean is great, and I would recommend it, Lewis. I think you'll become an exponentially better swimmer.
You can't see, though, below the water.
Biggest fear. It's my biggest fear. Is the ocean, and I swim in it every day. And you know what that makes me? What do you call it? Sigma male or some gay shit like that?
Some gay shit like that. That's good. Yeah, I think that's definitely Sigma male behavior for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and do you guys think that stuff is gay?
What?
Like Sigma male, alpha male, all that sort of stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen Lewis's merch?
No.
He has Alpha Energy
Alpha
merch.
Energy shirts.
Is that ironic?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Luke's shaking his head.
But not 100%
Put it this way,
either.
it might have been ironic coming from Lewis, but I see the people wearing it at the shows.
Pure
I don't
alpha
think they
males.
know that Lewis is a comedian. These
What
people,
do you think they think I am? A fashion model?
no, I think they
swimmer.
think like
An
you know what I mean.
Olympic
Like
athlete?
they buy that and
sex
go,
symbol?
"Yeah, man, I'm alpha. Lewis is alpha.
Yeah.
Let's all wear a t-shirt with a lightning bolt
Yeah.
on it that looks like it's looks like it's a piping hot t-shirt from like 2004 at Target, right? And then
Man, I've never seen a beta male in piping hot. You know why they call it piping hot? Because they will pipe anyone, including your mum. That's how alpha they are.
Bang. Hit the. Do you guys have a little soundboard? Fuck you guys. Fuck you. I would have thought there'd be some sort of budget behind this shit.
Oh, we have one sound effect. You won't be able to hear it, but the listeners will.
No, I'm not.
I've just smacked
How
it.
did the Alpha Energy thing start? That's what I don't even recall when it started.
It started off as a joke on Instagram where I would do ridiculous things and I would go, "That's alpha energy," and then I would start trademarking it, and people are like, is this a brand? What's going on? And I was like, well, it is now.
I think that's where a lot of things start. Like, often things like that start in a really fun place, and people forget where it started, and then they just buy a T-shirt and they don't know really what it means.
For sure.
Yeah, I bought a T-shirt that said "I hate gays," and I wore it all the time. And I was like, "This is cool. This is normal."
Yeah.
It was a tough sell. I'll tell you what. A lot of people not fans.
Yeah.
Especially because, Will, like, you are probably like the straightest looking gay man on earth. You know, like every time you talk about being gay on TikTok, the comments are like, "Wait, this guy, this straight." One of the boys' dudes is gay?
Well, and that sucks because, you know, when I saw you post about it today when people say like, you're a gay looking straight dude. It's just like you dress really well and you take really good care of yourself. If I'm a straight looking gay dude, that means I'm gay and I look like shit. Like...
Yeah, I guess.
But I disagree. In person, I understand actually if people just watch your TikTok videos why they might think you're straight because you do like the voices and like often making fun of, often just making it's. You know what the thing is? People on TikTok are so dumb. You're clearly mocking like private school boys who are like those straight alpha dudes, right? People forget that it's a joke. I think. They forget that in order for you to come up with that idea in your head, you clearly are making fun of them. But in person, you dress very immaculately. Like you like rocked up like to gigs wearing like, remember that night you wore that shirt and you're just like, hey, what do you think? It's new. I'm not sure about it. And I was like, yes, dude.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
you dress
so
with
what you're saying is
way
like
more
on
style.
TikTok. On TikTok, he's just one of the boys. In person, he wants to be in the boys.
Yes, that's exactly
I
it.
reckon, yeah.
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 Oh, that's
I think if people got to know you, they'd be like, oh yeah, no, this makes sense. Although it kind of like, it's not something you think about it though. Like when you're around, you know, like some guys who are gay and they're just like, that's their personality. Another great example is, I always noticed, I always used to forget, Tom from, Ollie. No, Tom. Tom from Tom and Ollie, who used to do radio with.
Gay, from Tom and Frenchie.
And Tom and Ollie, who do radio. Remember, we used to do radio with them. Tom is gay, and I always used to forget that. And then one day there was a clip, and he said something about gay people, and I was like, oh my god, can't believe he said that on radio. And then I was like, oh no, he's definitely gay. Just some guys just don't. It's not in your face. I don't think I'd make it a personality trait if I was gay. And you don't do it either.
You're the sort of guy that would, Luke. I definitely.
Do you reckon?
Think you're the sort of guy that would.
Well, you would need. At least then you'd have one facet.
But I
to your
don't make no. But there's
personality,
guys that make like pussy their personality trait. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's true. But I still think maybe you would have renamed your show from Luke Kidgel on the Run to Luke Kidgel on the
Up the bum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It hasn't been. Maybe because I got it sucked out of me at high school, or the pride that I should have. Maybe it was just sucked out of my body and just sort of thrown into a dumpster to die. And that was me. But hey, I'm still.
Well, maybe we could work on that. Maybe you and Christian Hull need to meet up, and he could pass on some flamboyancy to you.
That would be great. How do you think that would happen? Do you think we'd kiss mouths and he'd like breathe it into my body? Do you think he'd fuck it into me? What would happen?
Well, I'm not going to get too into it because this is a podcast. But I guess we'll just have to set up a few cameras and see what happens.
I like that. I think that would be really wholesome. And
Great.
pretty X-rated.
We'll chuck it up on Patreon or something.
So have you guys all done a gig back? Like you haven't really missed out. Lewis, how did it feel like?
So I did. I don't know. I had a really weird one where my first gig back was one of my shows in Gold Coast.
Shitty.
And it was great. And the audience really liked it, but I felt super robotic and rusty. When you're like, I'm doing my jokes, and it's not like as natural because you haven't done it for so long. So the Gold Coast show was a little bit robot, but then straight after the next night, I got to do Brisbane, and then the night after Brisbane again, and those ones were like actually some of the best shows I've done. You just need to get that first one out of the way, for me at least, and then I was like, all right, I remember how to do it. It came back pretty quick for me, I guess.
Yeah, I was the same. It felt like when you come back to a video game, like if I'm playing COD and then I move to something else, then I come back to COD, and it's like tough to sort of work around. Like I was doing crowd work and like, you know, I'd sort of feel a bit stuck. I was like, what do you do? And they're like, blah, blah. And I was like,
Yeah.
moving on. And I was like, why was that so like awkward or tough? So yeah, it was weird like picking up the skills again, but I did Neil and Friends and it was very fun. It was a good night. Felt good to be back. Sydney is alive. The best city in Australia is back. It's alive and it's thumping with pussy. And
Yeah, Hobart just opened up today. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
oh my God.
See, I view like Sydney and Hobart like right on they're like they're both the two worst cities in Australia, but for completely different reasons.
You're putting Sydney down the bottom.
Oh yeah, Sydney's always. I've been pretty loud and proud about that since day one. I think.
Yeah, I told you
and
to
then
be loud and proud.
and then I always go like, man, why do I sell so shit? What did you say?
I said I told you'd be a loud and proud gay. That's
Yeah, exactly.
But you think Sydney's the worst?
I've been pretty vocal about this since day one. I just would never want to live there. It's so hard to get around. It's so expensive, and the roads. And I've said the same thing a million times. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse.
That's fucked. I'm just gonna say that. Because the fact, like, I get it if you lived in Perth, maybe, but Melbourne.
That pissed Will off so
I
much.
mean,
he didn't
I
open
don't
his
rank
eyes for a
Melbourne
minute.
number one, by the way.
Well, let's rank comedy audiences. Melbourne, last.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last.
Brisbane.
Actually,
Brisbane first.
Brisbane and Perth are number 1 and 2.
Dude.
Yeah, Brisbane 1, Perth. Ooh,
I think Perth's
I don't know if
better.
I put Perth 2.
Perth's better for me.
But is Perth just... I picture Perth being like, you're halfway through a joke and then someone's like, go, you kill cunt. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's Darwin.
Yeah. See, that's why I wouldn't put Perth number 2, because Perth is like for half of the show number 1, and then there's always one guy that's like, like I told a joke and then about asylum seekers, and then one guy just yells out, "Well, they shouldn't have come here by boat," and I'm like, do we really want to do this?
I think that's more of a reflection on your audience.
No, that doesn't happen in any other state.
I know, but like I had one drunk lady in Perth, but so I guess I had one, but they didn't tell anything like backwards or like, you know, anything racist or anything like that. They just were like drunk, which can happen anywhere. But I mean, yeah, Melbourne's definitely like the worst place to perform in. There's no doubt about it. Like
I don't think Melbourne's the bottom. I don't know.
No, like it's good for us because we live there.
Weird.
It's like some nights of the comedy festival are the best shows I've ever had, and some nights are the worst shows I've ever had. Like I've just tell you,
Melbourne can do that. Like every Brisbane show I do, it's like consistently like the same type of energy.
But like
Melbourne,
Newcastle rips.
Go in waves.
I always have great shows in Newcastle, anywhere in Queensland. Oh, some places regionally a bit weird actually, but that's just because I don't see much entertainment. But
have you performed everywhere yet, Will? I almost called you Bill.
I like Bill.
Bill didn't show up.
You know, I haven't performed everywhere, but let me say this: I've performed in Melbourne before.
Yeah.
Sorry if that sounded bad on audio, but I had to expel breath from me.
Yeah. No, I feel it. I've had a lot of those exhales on stage in Melbourne.
Yeah.
What happened to me? So, Class Clowns. Are we familiar with
Okay.
Class
All right.
Clowns?
There's your problem. Any festival organized event, fucked.
Well, let's say this. Yeah, I agree. Class Clowns, my first time doing stand-up. And I do the 2 Sydney things. So you do the regional competition, bang, I get through. Then you do the state final. Bang, I get through. I'm off to Melbourne, Town Hall. Wow. 17
That's big.
17-year-old Will, eyes open. Melbourne, the city of lights, they call it.
They do call it that.
They call it that. And it's just, I'm thinking, wow, this is my life here. Like, this is going to be amazing. That's the plane landing. I get there.
This is a beautiful story. I'm going to cry.
Thank you so much. I arrive. Town Hall. It's like a big gaping sort of hole of a stage.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah.
Thousands of people. Oh, not thousands. How many people can fit in town hall?
2,000 maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
Depends how much you gape it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's say 2,000 for story's sake.
Yeah.
It's
I
sold
was
out.
about, if people notice, I put up my finger because you said big gaping hole and I saw Lewis's face and I was going to say don't and he still did it anyway.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not the one.
I know.
Said gaping hole.
I know, Will left a layup.
I haven't seen a woman for months.
Oh, God.
Rosie doesn't count.
Hannah Gadsby's backstage.
Okay.
Hi, Hannah. That's what I got from Hannah Gadsby. And that,
Really?
yeah.
She didn't. You didn't get a hello. You just got annoyed.
And she left, right?
Yeah.
She,
Right.
Welcome to Melbourne.
that was my.
Yeah.
I went, okay, this is interesting. This will be fun.
Is this pre or post Nanette?
Oh,
This is pre. She wouldn't be hosting it post.
No, she wasn't even hosting. She was judging.
Judging.
She was judging
Okay.
the class
Yeah.
clowns.
Yeah.
She goes and sits in the fucking row. Anyway,
I'm sensing some beef.
fuck her. No, I don't know. She was mean. I don't like her. She didn't say hello. Maybe I'm socially anxious. Anyway, I walk on
Did
stage.
Hannah Gadsby just join the Zoom call? That was a good impression.
We walk in. I'm on stage. Hello, everybody. I get a clap. My family flies down. My family flew down with me.
Wow.
What a bunch of legends.
Yeah.
And I eat dicks. I bomb so badly, like the worst
Really?
bomb ever.
Yeah.
And I see Hannah Gadsby and she's writing stuff in her notes. She's probably writing Nanette at that point. She was like, how can I write the unfinished? I'm going to do it right now.
Wow.
She saw you
So-
do
so
no
that
jokes
was-
and she's like, there's something in this.
And then
Um,
can I say what's worse than a bomb? And can we all agree on this? There's something worse than dead silence.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Yeah.
think it is?
A
It's,
groan?
you know what? It's not. It's murmuring. It's silence and then.
Oh, yeah, because a groan, they're
It's Hannah
still
Gadsby up the back
engaged.
going.
A groan, they're listening. Murmuring is like you've lost their interest.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't murmuring. It was like a ooh. It was like a
Yeah.
repulsive groan. I got that.
Do you
from
remember what the
What
joke
did you
was?
What did you say?
I do, and I'm actually. It was my big closer as well. So
Oh, the last one, and this worked everywhere else. Like you got to the
Yeah,
States, so it must have worked
it is.
everywhere else.
This is why I'm so
Yeah.
glad I didn't start comedy until I was out of high school, because I know anything I would have been throwing out there when I was 17 probably would have got that reaction.
so this was the joke. I do an impression of Adolf
Yeah.
Hitler.
Okay,
Class
all right.
clowns
Now
at a
that's
high
interesting because
school-
that's actually my closer this year.
It's
so
at a high school open mic competition. This is.
yeah,
So I
okay,
go-
great.
I'll do the whole joke, and then we'll
Yeah.
deep. So I go Hitler's like, I basically interpret Hitler as
I'll
like
be
a
Hannah.
gay guy. He's like, hey, like, guys,
Okay.
seriously, oh my god, blah blah blah, and he starts complaining or whatever, and then I say, I don't know why Hitler just became a whiny teenage girl. Then, they didn't even exist back then. And then a chuckle, and then it goes, and I go, oh well, except for Anne Frank. And then everyone went, oh, and then I went, well, have you read her journal? Complain, complain, complain. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's
It's on YouTube.
that's great.
If you can believe it. It's on YouTube.
Oh, really? The bomb's on
The
YouTube?
bomb's on YouTube, yeah.
Oh boy.
You just type in
Okay,
Will Gibb
that's great.
class
Keelan,
clown.
can you pull it up? I want to watch this on Zoom. I want to see the bomb.
You go, Will
I want to
Gibb class
experience
clowns, and it's on there.
Oh, fuck me.
So that hurt, and then fuck Melbourne, fuck Hannah Gadsby. Or
Now, now, I think your beef shouldn't be with. I think at some point you need to look inwards instead of blaming an entire city that they didn't laugh at your Anne Frank joke when you were 17.
no, I'm dying on this hill. I'm dying.
This
on
is
this hill.
an event that like people's families come to, as you said, and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, it's that PC culture that's down in Melbourne. It's so fucked.
But I just remember,
No,
like,
I'm standing up for young 17-year-old Will Gibbs' right to trash Anne Frank, famous Holocaust victim. I'm standing up for it.
I did have one night at the Comedy Festival this year where I did stop the show after like some joke that it never bombed up until this point. and it was them. Yeah, it's not often them. Usually I'll just keep moving on. And I did say, oh, look at young Will. I did say, why are you here? The project's on right now on TV. Just go home. So that was the most frustrated I got with Melbourne this year. But other than that, I had a pretty great time.
Looking at this, we've got the video up now, right? Straight away, Will's somehow looking even less gay. Quite aggressive. This is good. Very good like to dislike ratio here. So it seems like the audience online enjoyed this. Keelan's just liked it there.
Thank you.
That's good. So this is the end of your set. Let's see how the audience likes it.
What was I meant to do? Not murder them? Oh, you don't know what it's like. Just get out. You've got my mustache all shivery. I don't know why Adolf Hitler became a whiny teenage girl. They didn't even exist back then. Except for Anne Frank. Oh. Have you read her journal? Complain, complain, complain. Anyway, thanks guys. I've been Will Gibb. You've been great. Thank you.
Yeah, you can there's a few laughters in there, but it's the type of laugh where one person is laughing and all of their friends are going, "What?"
It's so my voice sounds pretty like gay there, right? Or very Australian almost.
I think you just sounded like a teenager. You just high pitched.
That is hilarious. So that happened.
Yeah.
And I think I quit comedy.
Really?
I didn't do stand up until 2020, and that was.
That's a brutal bomb. That bomb took 3 years to get over.
You had
That's
one whole Olympics came and passed before you went, I'm going to get back on stage.
Just the fact that
it is especially brutal when you are grabbing the mic and like I see in your face, you're like, wait till they hear this. This is going to fucking annihilate. And then you hit him with the closer, and the audience knows you're done, and they're like, oh no, that hurts.
Because it went well in Sydney. That's the thing. Sydney's Holocaust deniers. That's full of Holocaust deniers.
I've heard that.
But I was and Mum and Dad didn't talk to me on the plane ride over. Dad was like, "There's no way he's doing this as a career." I think Dad was working out how to tell me that I shouldn't do comedy. Like it was disastrous. But you live and you learn.
Well, he would have been stoked then. Like, he would have seen that last joke and go, great, I don't have to tell him. This is awesome. 1,000 people just told him for me. This is great.
Counting 101, here we go. It was fun. I don't know. I'm glad I did it.
Man, I want to play with little action figures.
Really?
Yeah. I want to play with little plastic men wearing really tight outfits and with big muscles.
Well, that's nothing new. Well, Lewis, I can help you out, though. If you want to go to Angel Grove Collectibles, they can sort you out this Christmas, dude, because they've got they get everything. They've got Pokemon. They've got Star Wars.
Yeah.
They've got Avengers.
Yeah.
They've got...
Which Avenger?
All of them.
Wow.
Like Iron Man. I know the Avengers, dude. That's base level nerd shit.
Yeah.
All right. But they've got anime stuff.
Oh, which anime do they have? Like, what's the best one that they stock?
They stock.
Yeah. Are you Googling something there?
Huh? No. Bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
Like Power Rangers.
Live action Japanese show. I'll give it to you.
We're doing an anime. Oh, okay. I just thought we were doing other stuff they stock. Anime is cartoons.
Yeah, that's right. Getting there.
Bandy Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Demon Slayer. I love to slay demons. I hate demons.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Mate, love that. That's great.
Yeah. Digimon.
Oh, I love Digimon. Can I get these with like a cheaper price? Can you do me a deal?
Yeah, I could do you a deal. If you use our code SOUNDOFF, I can probably get you 10% off.
10% off? That's pretty good.
10% off if you use the podcast code for all your collectible needs. It's seriously another great gift for Christmas. We would recommend a lot of fun stuff on there. There's they got
the whole Pokemon 25-year celebrations collection still in stock. That's actually unheard of. Get it now. I bet it's gone.
Bit of something for everyone on here. I'm loving this, actually. I want to actually get some Star Wars stuff. Oh, do that Fast and Furious.
They have toys?
Huh? Yeah, you can get Dom Toretto standing next to his Dodge Charger for $45. You save 18%, plus you chuck on our bloody sound-off code. Man, I could get that $4.50 off that further. I could get a cheap Dom.
Well, I'm glad you've sold yourself, man. Angel Grove.
Yeah. What am I waiting for? I realized that, like, he definitely doesn't want us to plug his Fast and Furious range.
I'm really going hard on the Pokemon 25-year celebration collection. That's probably a big seller. Dom Toretto standing next to a car. I don't know, man. It's a great one to buy your family. It shows you how much you care about family this Christmas if you buy a Dom Toretto toy. All right. Well, check out Angel Grove. They are a small Australian business. They support the show, and use our code SOUNDOFF for 10% off. Support the brands and support our show. Let's get back to the episode.
Neil Cole Hatcard did it. Did any of you guys? No, you definitely didn't.
We did like Raw.
I did Raw, and I got I didn't make it to state. I was told by members of the audience on the way out that I was robbed. It was one of those ones where they put a few people through that were like not good. Like there was one guy that was definitely better than me, but then there was like three that were like, they needed to tick some boxes there.
Just so the audience knows, not getting through to state equals knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, not getting through to state is brutal.
No, you have two rounds in the prelims in Melbourne because there's so many people. So I made it through two rounds.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
I did get through to state, but I definitely didn't deserve to get to the national. Like a couple people did a lot better than me at the final. Like I think I made it to where I deserved to be at the time, and then I got fairly knocked out of that competition. I'm very glad though in hindsight, because now that I do have an online profile and stuff, I would have hated if I had like a set online of when I wasn't really shouldn't have been in front of people right at town hall. Like if you search Luke Kidgel stand up now, like my set of the national final would have been there, and it would have been horrific. So I'm really glad.
Yeah, what is quite good also about not making it through is no one can search Lewis Spears bombing at town hall. Like nothing comes up if you search that.
I'm starting to get the gist that so what, how many views was that on? 4,800. I'm very interested to see what it goes on to after this episode is released.
Yeah, right. Let's get that to 10,000, guys.
And get the like ratio up on that video.
Yeah, that would be good.
Get it down, actually. Can everyone just get it to the lowest, most disliked video? Let's make it. What was that thing? What's the most disliked video of all time on YouTube?
Isn't that a Mr. Beast or a PewDiePie video?
I thought
it was a
PewDiePie
video.
Baby by Justin Bieber.
I think it's YouTube Rewind 2018.
Oh,
right.
That's right. Keelan's just disliked it. There we go. He's kicked it off. We've got 7 dislikes. Let's see what we can get it up to by next week. We'll let you know.
And the announcer goes at the start, he goes, Will Gibb, like that. And I got bullied all through. Every time everyone saw me, they went, Will Gibb, like that. Listen to it. If you play, it goes, Will Gibb. And just... that was my whole school.
Will Gibb!
Yeah, he held the eye for too long.
Yeah, so I was pretty fucked, but you know, I'm happy.
But that's your fault, I think, for having 2 single syllable names. Like it's very hard to like do that well.
I would accentuate the will. I've announced you on stage before, and I accentuated the will in Sydney.
You have.
Didn't I at the Neil and Friends?
I think I announced you for... Oh, no, I think I announced you for your show. You've just created an entire reality.
But if I was, though, I would accentuate the will.
Hang on. You've just completely... You've just said
dementia.
I introduced you.
Didn't I? No? Didn't I open the Neil and Friends show and announce you on? Because you announced someone on? Like Neil on to MC? I don't know.
Dude, you created that's a dangerous mind you've got up there. You've just created a sort of world that never existed.
Okay.
Beautiful mind. Isn't there a film about that?
If I'm in court and I like need like a witness, I think I would pick you because you'd be so convinced it happened and it just didn't.
Yeah, but then he'd be like, I'll be a witness, and then you get a call on the day and you go, sorry, dude, I'm actually in Sydney. I'm in a different state.
Remember I told you not to go to court and leave? Yeah, you didn't take my advice. Yeah, sorry, bro. If I was, though, I would accentuate the will, is what I was trying to say before we went
Will Gibb!
I would go, Will Gibb, and I would just skip over Gibb. Because I would,
Yeah.
Sounds like Gimp as well.
Yeah, true.
Well,
Will's a
that's
little fucking...
Luke Kidgel's fun. Luke Kidgel! That's exciting.
Lewis Spears. Yeah. Spears sounds like a stage name. Some people think it's a stage name.
Yeah.
Like,
I do like my last name.
It's a cool last name. It could be like a porn name.
Yeah, yeah.
It could
Maybe
be
one day
Spears
if all
is
goes it all goes south.
Spear
Yeah.
is like a great porn name. It's like the equivalent of Wood.
Yeah.
Do you guys read your comments?
On
Sometimes
what?
I can't read all of them.
I do on my YouTube,
On
YouTube, I'll read them.
and you read all of them?
not TikTok. Fuck no.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. You don't read TikTok comments?
I will read them
sometimes I
like
will,
maybe
but
for the
every
first
time I read them.
hour, but like like
Yeah.
after you've moved on from the video in your head, then no, I don't. I want to see what people think about it when I post it, right? You know,
Yeah.
because that's good to. It's good to like get take on board feedback and stuff. But like a week on, I'm not going through scrolling new comments that happen a week after the video.
To it.
I don't think, especially TikTok, I mean, just in other people's comment sections, it's by far the most toxic online community because it's the youngest.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Like the thing that I got really annoyed by a comment. I did a video on fussy eaters.
But they're 11, Will.
No. This wasn't an 11-year-old comment. Actually, maybe it was. But
Yeah, you can tell because they're mindless and
this
poorly worded a lot of the time.
No, this was like, this struck me in a place in my heart I've never been hit before. It was
Wow.
Right.
What did it say?
It said, I did a video on fussy eaters and I make a joke like, I'm like, oh, you're such a child. And then I turn to the waiter and I'm like, oh, can you please get me some nuggets and chips and make sure the food's not touching, please? Simple shit joke. Someone goes, hey, man, not wanting food to touch is really common in autistic people. And I think you're being really ableist in this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would that strike you in your heart? That's like... That seems like the comment to me of like a 15-year-old girl that hasn't gone out into the world yet.
That's giving me 13-year-old self-diagnosed vibes.
For sure.
It's like I don't have any friends. It must be because I'm autistic, not because I'm annoying. You know?
No, I'll tell you what that did to me. I read that comment 26 times in the space of a minute, just to make sure that I hadn't fallen over and hit my head on the side. I was like, I'm conscious, right? Like this is a reality I exist in where this comment was made.
Oh yeah, you read them and you can be mind blown by other people, but you saying it struck my heart and it let it affect you.
No, because this was
I will do that with comments where if someone's attacking me or saying that I'm shit, it won't piss me off. But if one person says something really stupid, I'll think about it for a week.
Oh, and it was
the dumb
that's
ones
not
are
even
annoying.
a personal attack. If someone just like aggressively misinterprets what I'm doing and is that stupid and then says confidently, I have a very stupid opinion, that'll live with me forever.
It only bothers me when that opinion or that comment then gets a bunch of likes. Because I go, all right, it's not just him. If I see a comment that's just stupid and no one's got around it, like no interaction with that comment, I go, that's one stupid people. If I see a comment like, oh my God, how do people think I was doing this? And it has 1,000 likes, I then go, wait, did it really come off that I was trying to
Here's what it made me want to do.
this?
Because in my head I go, wow, I try my best to be so inclusive and, be whatever it is, PC, all that stuff. It made me want to then make my next video titled Fun Slurs to Use in Public or my favorite slurs or like faggots be like that's what it made me want to do.
Oh man, they do be like.
Yeah.
That definitely when they misinterpret shit.
Self-diagnosed autism be like, and then do that. That would be...
On the self-diagnosed thing, and really interesting article came out by the New York Times recently where there's an influx of girls going to specialists. I can't remember the name of the specialist, but people who diagnose people with Tourette's. And there's been a giant influx of girls going to doctors and saying that they have Tourette's and ticking. And doctors have worked out that it's potentially because there's really, really popular female TikTok influencers with Tourette's. One girl in particular, I don't know her name, but she's a British girl, and one of her tics is going, beans. And this one doctor has seen several teenage girls who are American who say beans in an English accent. And now they're trying to work out, are these girls pretending for attention, or have they trick themselves into literally thinking that
Has
they have
TikTok
it, or is it,
poisoned
or
their
have they
brains
caught it
so
over
much?
TikTok?
I
Yeah.
mean, we say my name, like, for a bit. There was like 3 years there where we could not stop saying Jeff for real. Or like Egg. We still have tics. I think we've developed tics in our friendship. Like, we'll be just with each other. No one laughs anymore. We'll still stub our toe and be like, Egg.
Yeah.
It is one of those things where it's like your brain tricks you into thinking that you are that. Like, you know who I feel the worst for? You know who's been fucked over the worst by TikTok? People that actually have that DID syndrome thing. The smallest percentage of people that
What's
actually...
DID?
What is it?
Oh.
This is Will's reaction every time I tell him I haven't seen a certain film or played a certain game. Oh, you haven't watched Drag Race Season 3, the UK edition? What the fuck are you doing?
Luke is very frustrating, where he just hasn't seen shit.
Yeah.
It's like if it didn't appeal to the general masses, Luke's not seen it.
Even that.
I don't really watch stuff.
I'll go, it's like that scene from Zodiac, and you'll go, what? Oh, Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo. No.
I've never even heard of that movie.
Yeah.
See? It's what he does every time.
Have you watched... Anyway.
Because you're a big pop culture
Luke,
guy.
how about this? Luke, Squid Game?
Yeah, I did watch it.
Oh,
Did you
thank God.
cry?
Right. I'm halfway through
I
it.
was
Shut the fuck up.
piercing myself laughing every time someone died. We were watching it all week, and when the only one I didn't was when the episode 6 one, right? I'm not spoiling it. I'm not spoiling it. I'm
You
saying
just said
episode
an
6.
episode... Shut up, Luke. Just shut up.
Episode 6 is a banger. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So what?
Cool.
Great. Now you've succeeded Lewis's expectations. He's walking into episodes thinking it's going to be a banger. What if it's not?
It will be a banger. It's a banger.
Let me say this. Luke...
Have you avoided all the spoilers by now? That's impressive.
I'm starting to see them now, and I'm going to binge it tonight. I'm going to finish it because I saw something on TikTok and I was like, fuck. The grace period is over. This is what always gets me. I get halfway through something, the grace period ends, and I go, oh well, fuck. I know the end. I'm not watching it.
So what's next for Will Gibb?
What's next for Will Gibb? I'm going to be starting a sort of like a late night talk show on fortnightly Tuesdays in Sydney. So that's
Oh, nice.
Right?
Like a live
yeah, like
thing.
a live talk show. I'll be having like 3 comedian guests every week, and we'll be playing sort of fun games, and there'll be stand up and a bunch of silly stuff, which will be fun.
And are you filming this?
I'm going to work out the twinks, but I'm going to work out like the kinks of it all. So I'm going to work it all, and then eventually.
Maybe both at the same time, mate. That sounds like a good night. Film that.
So yeah, I'll be doing that, and then hopefully there's a podcast in the works coming. I'm waiting for a couple businessy things, but that will be coming as well.
We did a podcast together?
We did, but that was fun, but I'm starting another one, proper one that's not shit. Right. But what we did was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was probably my bad.
You have to be that guy. And then hopefully touring next year. Hopefully a nice show.
Yeah, man.
Fingers crossed.
In Australia to Melbourne.
Do you have any final remarks, Will?
Yeah, I've got one remark that's sort of on my chest. If someone says that the best attribute of someone is that they're nice, that person is a fucking loser and not worth your time.
That's good. I like that. I heavily agree. Yeah, as
Just
someone
means
who's
they're
never been
boring.
called nice.
If nice is the best thing someone can say about you, then you're fucked. Give up.
Nice is just is a nice way of saying they have nothing to offer.
Unoffensive, lame.
Yeah.
Nice.
Doesn't
How would
contribute
you
much to the
describe me? What's
conversation or
my
the vibe.
best attribute
You're
then, Will?
really nice.
Yeah.
No, I'd say you're warm.
Warm. That's worse
No,
than
because
nice.
warm implies like once I
really...
snuggle up to you, you'll whisper to me all sorts of secrets. Nice people don't do that.
Yeah, right. Okay. How about
Selective. And I think that's important.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
If I
100%.
describe you both,
nailed it.
Selective and warm.
I would describe you as intense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that on board.
When I met you, no, it's not criticism. It's good.
That's literally how Luke described you. I was like, oh, what's Will like? Because we haven't really
Intense.
spoken too much. And Luke goes, oh, he's intense.
I was so shocked. It was very almost old-timey and cute in a way that when we first met, you like shook my hand really firmly, made eye contact, and you were like, man, it's really great to meet you. And I was just,
how intense.
I remember just being baffled. No, because like usually when you meet someone, they're just like, oh, hey, man. Cool. Yeah. You were just like, so are we going upstairs? Or like, you were very just assertive of like, is this, so your hotel's here? Where are we going for lunch? I know a good place. Yeah. You came in with like 2 recommendations in the area. You were just like,
that's very intense.
You were just like ready to hang out. And when I was just like, yeah, man, like come meet me at the hotel. That's cool. I hadn't really given it much thought, but you just came there with like a plan and I respected that and it made it better.
Yeah.
It's
See, where that's intense, whereas me, someone more selective, I might say hello.
Oh,
you know?
Okay. Are you worth my hello? Everyone's worth a hello.
But
I say hello.
You're just confident and good at talking to people, I think, and I think that's rare when you meet someone
young. And I just
young.
want everyone to know that when I am speaking to most people, I'm looking for an excuse to end the conversation and never speak to you again.
Yeah, great.
That's why he's so intense, because he's trying to get through the basics,
Maybe.
everything that you say, just to find an excuse to dislike you.
You did, and I like the way you kind of breezed over small talk as well. Like you were just like, yes, we're both familiar with each other's work online, and you're just like, so I know a good place around the corner. Let's, is everyone ready? It was just good. You were just ready to get lunch, and I respected that. But it was intense, though.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Oh, well,
now that we're at the end of the episode, Will, obviously you're on the show, so now you are officially nominated for Guest of the Year. Everyone who's a guest gets nominated for Guest of the Year, right? So I guess we can end this one out with, why should people vote for you in the 2021 Loogies Award ceremony for Guest of the Year?
Wow.
Because there's a lot of guests that are nominated. You know, there's Billy Darcy, obviously. There's Christian Hull. There's Andy Lee. There's lots of big names this year.
You know what? Don't vote for me. Can I say that? Because here's the thing.
Ooh.
I was a backup for Billy Darcy, so I was thrown on last minute. So that's the first problem.
Yeah. We were going to ask you on the podcast for next week. We have just switched the order.
Like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was a ring-in. Andy, vote for Andy Lee. That's bloody Andy. Like, what are you talking about? Maybe vote for me for an underdog. If you want a little,
okay,
you know, I'll sniff around.
Well, I think Rod's lawnmower may actually rival Andy Lee. So the guy who was mowing Lewis's lawn in Frankston, his lawnmower sound featured on a few episodes. Particularly one that was
repeat guest.
And he's actually, I would say, like, I'm not a betting man, but I would say the odds would be absolute fire.
The odds on Rod
would be unbelievable, because I think Andy would be the favourite, but I think coming in at maybe 3rd or 4th favourite would be Rod. I've seen the comments. I think there is an underground community ready to vote for Rod.
I'll say this, give me 3 years and then vote for me. But at the meantime, I'm happy to be the little beta that just doesn't get any votes. Maybe don't vote for me and I'd like to be last place. That could be kind of cool.
Okay, yeah. So maybe you're saying that we should introduce a new category, worst guest of the year.
I will take worst guest of the year on board straight away. The least favourite. Look, the sun's come out the lighting 4 fucks now. I'm like, what is... God's like, there's that faggot there. He's the worst of them all. So
last year there was, I'm not going to say the name, there was someone who came in
very last.
Dead last.
Very, very, very last.
No, not 0. No one got 0 votes, but it was a handful of votes. You could count them on your hand.
After?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll tell you after. Yeah.
So let's see if you can... You
get less votes than that.
Everyone keep me in less than 5. No one vote.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Will. Where can people find you?
My Instagram is _WillGibb_. And I have TikTok, which is WillYumGibb.
Great. Go follow the most intense man on TikTok.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, mate. See you later.